it. We are here. And we're going to start the night like this. Fiction you cannot see. Fact is opposite of make-believe. But what can be stranger than fiction? Something that may be difficult in distinction. Something that must be false, but is true instead. Where what seems false is determined to be truth said. Stranger than fiction. Malcolm McFarland. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Oh yeah. Open mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. We've been doing this and doing this and doing this well. Welcome to episode 93. Let's get into it. As we usually do it every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 860-4964-4756. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. We do this, and we have been doing this thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. So we'd like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and the New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to newyourekan.org/contribute. Every dollar counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest text in the Zoomverse. The one and only Matthew Model Keen in the building. Shout out Storm Lake all the way in Jersey. Make sure you get with that cat. He's also an incredible host. He'll probably be hosting tomorrow too. Check him out. Also, the one and only Ron Mar Thompson, aka RMT, all the way up in the BX. You know what it is. Make sure you plug in with RMT. And one of the dopest cats around, the one and only Alan Gary. Been doing this thing, helping us out, man. Appreciate that dude so very much for being a dedicated member of this community. Appreciate you. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Make sure you are plugging in. Tonight's theme, glorious stories, stranger than fiction. How many stories have you heard, right? Tall tales from grandfathers or sitting around listening to granddads talk to their friends. Man, I'm telling you, there's so many of them, right? I used to walk to school uphill every day, 10 miles in the snow. But we live in the South. It never snows. You know what I'm talking about. Right? So, that is what we're going to be looking at this evening. If your artwork is not on theme, that is still totally cool, because we are still looking forward to all the incredible genius that you have to share with us. Next week's theme. Keep in mind, this is the last open mic of September. Can you dig it? We're going into October, folks, already. And the first theme of October is going to be Poetry Forward, the spark of stanzas. Listen, this is really about, I'm sure a lot of you have heard the expression "pay it forward," right? We're going to poetry forward, right? And we are going to set fire to the future timelines with our poetry, right? That is what the spark of stanzas is about, right? Inspiring the next generation. We're going to poetry forward, all right? So bring all your genius next week, and we're going to get down. Here is a look at the upcoming themes for October. Going to deal with some amazing things. Trust and believe. All right. Let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic delivery. As you're coming to the microphone, have your artwork ready. We have a full list this evening, may even have some folks on the good luck round. So have your work ready to rock. Artists, you have 4 minutes to rock, all right? Plus an extra 30 seconds in between there to kind of get down and let this world know what you got going on, how the world can connect with you. Once you reach 4 minutes, you will start to see a timer that shows up on the right side of your screen. I'm not really sure which one the right side is. You will start to see it on the screen, okay? Once you get to 4 minutes, you will see the countdown. Actually, if you keep your eyes on Alan Gary's screen, right, you will see that timer show up. We're just doing this to make sure that we are respecting the time of the space, respecting the time of our community, and respecting the time of each and every poet, all right? So please keep it right, keep it tight. Once you get to the 4 minute mark, you will hear a tone. Once you get to that, no worries. Once you get to that, you will have 30 seconds after that. Please keep it tight after that, because the mute monster will be coming, all right? So please keep it right, please keep it tight. 4 minutes plus an extra 30 seconds, and that will be it, all right? We have reached the time of night where sensitive ears should be just out of earshot. There it is. You see that? The timer counting down. When you hear that sound after it gets to 0, you'll hear that sound. After that, you got 30 seconds to get down to wrap it up, B. And then it's over, all right? Appreciate you, Alan. Appreciate you. Right on the money. All right. We have reached the time of night where the sensitive ears should be just outside of the sound of our voices, because there are explicit lyricists around these parts, and some may even bring about some triggering flashbacks. But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship. I love that. Other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Go around and get cute, man. Get the boot, son. For real. Don't bring that around here, because you will get it, all right? This is a living, breathing trigger warning. Thou hath been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance with the audience. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway, and we're going to make sure it stays that way. So share all that energy. It will be returned to you in the performances of all of these incredible artists. The guaranteed list tonight is closed. However, the good luck round is open. If you want to get down, make sure you plug in with me or one of the texts. All right, to sign up for the guaranteed list, happens 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to neweurekan.org. You click on full events calendar. You click on a Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need that artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list, and they won't populate until 24 hours before the show. All right, it is a hot ticket, so make sure you are plugging in. Tonight's list. All of these incredible artists came to get down, folks. Can you dig it? Let's do it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? I see Bonnie. Sam Hardy's in the building. Ray Whitaker's here. Ike Waltz, captain of the street team. What's good, homie? Dane Ince. Roz is here. I see Mercedes. The priestess is here. April, good to see you. Kind of weird to see you without the C collar, but it's good to see you. Congratulations, getting that thing off. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, Winter Rose is here. Principe is here. Let's go. All the usual suspects are in the building. I see you, Mason Bailey. Generalissimo's coming in the door. So is Eddie Foreman. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's going to be another great night, folks. Trust and believe. Let's do it. So, listen. This artist has got the code, right? She has got the Matrix code down. She is on the money, and I'm thankful for her that she continues to come through writing incredible work, bringing her incredible brand of poetry all the way from the BX. You know what you do. Contributor to Love Letters to Gaia, as well as I Can't Breathe Volume 1 and 2, as well as Lady Lotus. This incredible artist she's going to put something on your heart this evening, as she usually does. The one and only Roz Diaz is in the building. We are about to see the world through her big brown eyes, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you, Roz. Always great to see you. Please, set it off this evening.
Likewise, through her big brown eyes on Instagram. Some of you may have heard this one before, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's called Ancestors Lemonade, and it goes like this. Speak English. This is America. A line I've heard too many times before, and I wonder, in whose world is ignorance truly bliss? Is my tongue that much more talented than yours? That you despise how ours glide off it so effortlessly? Tell me, were you taught that my people were a joke and my language the real punchline? Does my accent send chills down your spine? I wonder. When you hear me, is it that you feel bland, less exotic, too basic, too plain? Why must you shame? Because Boricuas spice up even the dots above their letter I's. See, you are the reason why mommy put me in ESL classes in the first grade, deathly afraid that the accent would stay just enough to compromise my chances of getting ahead in the world, your world. There's no reason why we should bury our accents like many of your people buried our history. And the hypocrisy. Are we only known for being great cooks and praised for being curvy? Maybe a history lesson is what you need. Spanish was that vegetable at the end of the fork, force-fed to us as we yucked someone else's yum. A gift wrapped in red, composed of ancestral blood dripping from the sword of the colonizers. Our ladies threatened and raped by narcissist womanizers, and I'll have you know, I did not choose Spanish. Spanish chose me, colonized begrudgingly, with just our language as the reminder, the bruise. But it's one of the only things we can hold on to. So let us. My ancestors fought for this. We made lemonade out of lemons, created a culture we can call our own. So if I speak Spanish, leave me alone. The scraps of culture we collected were sown eloquently into a comfy blanket to soothe our battle wounds delicately. A common ground where we can all relate, something that's ours to compensate for all the pain that came with being Boricua. Preciosa isla del encanto, cuanto te amo, I'll always wave my flag with so much pride for those who came before me to the sound of the coquí. Preciosa isla del encanto, cuanto te amo, and poem.
Isla del Encanto. Listen. I told y'all she's gonna do that. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Roz.
Woo! Muy bien,
Yes, all
muy bien,
right.
muy bien. Woo! Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
That was such
Very
a
nice.
great love poem on like all these different levels, you know, your love for who you are, your love for the island, your love for the culture. That just was so beautifully eloquent.
Thank you, guys.
And the accent really added. You know, your natural accent just really added to the piece.
No, I am not gonna forget that line, Roz. And listen, y'all gonna listen. We just might have to create a factory of shirts. You know, poetic verses on shirts, like for real, because that line was amazing, Roz. I didn't choose Spanish. Spanish chose me. Like, come on, right? And then the name itself, right? Ancestors Lemonade. It's just money. Is my tongue that much more talented than yours? ESL classes in the first grade. As an educator, I understand the importance of that because you have to speak the colonizers' English. No reason why we should bury our accent. That is absolutely true. Truly, like keep it, hold on to it. Like recipes, it's one of a kind. As we yucked someone else's yum, like yeah. I love how you take your perspective, Roz, and you turn it into just magnificent poetry. Thank you for doing what you do, for real. All right, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. The Starship is underway. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this cat always comes through. Boom. Signature smile right on deck. Always with a rhyme right on time. It's one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
And it's great to see you too. Thank you for pushing on through. And remember that we love you, Matthew Marquine, and Ron Montarpson too. Hello everyone, my name is Ed Potasmo, Fantastic Queen. The topic of Join My Rhyme, 5 foot sublime. I got one piece, so I take too much time. This is oldie but goodie. This is called They Have Landed! To the American people, the aliens have landed, looking fast and evil. Oh my god, look heavy-handed. The quick coming down. UFOs come in the skies. Did I make any sounds? Oh my god, the dark's in our eyes. Look skinny and frail. Did I meet our leader? I say more, but I'm eating Taco Bell. Oh my god, did they pay the meter? They see me do the moonwalk. There's some stellar moves. Oh my god, they can stand and talk. How about bond can improve? It appears a guy is moving towards them. Oh my, here's a Confederate flag. Oh my god, looks American and dim. Let's pray to the brag. He said, we don't like your kind here. Oh my god, the gray alien has ready his blaster. Oh my god, man, cover your rear. Looks like a huge disaster. I know what you're thinking. I'm not doing a freaking thing. My patience is shrinking. The gray alien temper held by a string. The gray alien blast to the sky. Dim ran and hide. I feel like I almost died. What a crazy, unbelievable ride. Out of the sky came Godzilla. Now Brittany stopping about. Why could it be Gilla the gorilla? Oh no! Everybody screams and shouts. Everybody's panicking. Oh boy, what can go wrong? Oh no, King Kong, aka the Monkey King. He looked cranky and strong. There seemed to be a man with a billboard. It reads, Kong vs. Godzilla, place your bets. Oh my god, people come in herds. Hey, on Kong, everything is here, including my vest. There's something unrelated, but send cash to my cash app. My life's in danger just like you. Come on, send some love where it's at. I want to order something for Jumbo Juice. I know I should be scared, but who doesn't want to get rich? Screw the gecko. Gong Kong. Make that John Gecko your bitch. Here comes the gong. Gong. God's to the rest of Kong. God, why'd I buy popcorn? Come on, you big ape. Don't take too long. Siri, I said how to make popcorn, not porn. King Kong swing Godzilla around, later by Skelly tail. It's like one big freakish merry-go-round. In straight detail, Kong, aim for electric grounds. Godzilla get angry. Oh my god, smoke's coming from his mouth. Oh my god, here it comes and tell me about frankly. It's like me eating a plate of Brussels sprouts. Godzilla's breathing huge beam. Mr. King Kong by hair. I know it's just steam. Godzilla, that was cheating and unfair. Wait, where they're staring at? Billboards for donuts and burritos? Don't stare, look at that. They're stop fighting. Oh my god, I'm gonna explode. Oh my god, Godzilla give me the finger. I need a giant robot ASAP. You big green cold-blooded stinger. I can't believe I saw that. Now they're holding hands. They're probably getting something to eat. I don't really understand. We're up to the brawling heat. Don't go away. I bet everything on you. I pray on this day. Hope my creditors go higher than the moon. What happened to the great aliens? It's a sign that says, Earthlings, we owe you. Oh my god. So much chaos has transcended. What are we possibly going to do? Thank you.
Off the chain, Eddie. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Poetastic.
We love the creativity.
Great job.
All
That was really
right.
entertaining.
Hilarious.
That was
I,
funny.
I didn't know you were such a tenor, man. That was great.
Man.
That was a great performance, Eddie. I was laughing so much I can't comment.
I really, really appreciate you going all the way in on that, Eddie. Like you committed all the way from beginning to end, right? And then had the nerve to make it funny. Like, come on, right? He said, you see me doing the moonwalk. We don't like your kind here. My patience is shrinking, he said. Kong versus Godzilla, place your bets. Place your bets. That's just money. Popcorn, not porn. Both are probably very American. I don't know. You have to fact check that. Great work, Eddie. Love the details. Love the conviction. It's just money, sir. And you always still, he's talking about Kong versus Godzilla, but he still made it funny and bright. Appreciate you, man. All right, coming up next, saw this man coming in, right? He's got on this jacket. It's just like, come on, man. Like, he's just, he reminds me of another one of our great community members, right? The Dapper Gent. Shout out DG Clearing. This jacket is just giving so much beauty. I'm totally digging it, man. I saw him with the phone earlier. I see him with his instrument this evening. He is an experience all his own, folks. Prepare yourself for the one and only Catman Bill in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Well, I'm there on YouTube under Catman Bill Harford. So anyway, just a little explanation. I know I have 4 minutes to bore the hell out of you. So the jacket. I only have 2 items that I bought in the 1960s. This Carnaby Street mod jacket that I purchased, and I can still fit into it. That was going to go along with some of my risque things that I was going to talk about, but can't because there are some youngins in the audience that you can't see, and out of respect to them, I'm not going to. So that's why I do have my jacket, because it relates to a few of the stories. Anyway, so you know what I think I'm going to do? I've got time to do a little opener of some stand-up, and then I'm going to do a song. I've got enough time. I've got 3 whole minutes. So anyways, I was going to open to say that I'm a boomer. Guess what? I can't hide it any longer. I don't even have my hat on covering my bald head. I'm from the peace and love generation. I hate everybody. I hate my neighbors. I hate church people. I hate you. I hate immigrants. I hate my grandparents for immigrating to America. If they had only stayed home where they belonged, I'd be European today. And that's the extent of my my stand-up. So my song, it's called Prisoners of Love. I think I can do it in 2 minutes. And it was written in 22. There was a prisoner in an Alabama jail, and he wooed his female guard to release him, convincing her that he was the best man in her life. And they went on 11 days across the country, speeding across with federal agents in back of them. And they didn't, at the 11th day, they lost. They weren't even Bonnie and Clyde. He was a mad dog killer from the darker side. She just wanted a short time thrill. 11 days gone by, then a roadside kill. Vicky White was indeed in love. Fatal attraction was all it was. Threw it all away one last time, no thought to the bottom line. They weren't even Bonnie and Clyde. He was a mad dog killer from the darker side. She just wanted a short time thrill. 11 days gone by, then a roadside kill. She was a prison guard, you could say it well, as Casey conspired from his prison cell. Said he was her special man, then devised his breakout plan. Cadillac is the best in line. They took to ride one last time. Cadillac car, you and me will take. Ride to the grave, then they'll bring out cake. They weren't even Bonnie and Clyde. He was a mad dog killer from the darker side. She just wanted a short time thrill. 11 days gone by, then a roadside kill. I made 4 minutes. I can't hear you, El.
I know. I'm just like, wow, man. I'm still just trying to live the 11 days that they lived together. Like that was just amazing, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Cat Man Bill.
Woo! That was beautiful.
Excellent job. That was very entertaining.
Beautiful, beautiful strumming. Beautiful
Well,
strumming.
and
You
I-
always play the guitar just perfectly. You really do.
I had to cut one of my verses out because I wanted to get that 4 minutes in without 1 second over, and I did it.
Fantastic. We
Good.
appreciate you for that too.
Thank you. I don't come in too often here, but when I do appreciate interacting with you guys and seeing the old gang.
Well, you're definitely not alone here from, being from the peace and love generation. And we're all kind of refugees from that and know a little bit better now.
Along with my Carnaby Street mod jacket.
Yeah, Bill, you're in good company.
I just want to know. I just want to know if you have your Beetle boots on with that jacket, man.
I do have my Beetle boots upstairs, but no, they're not on my feet. They're not too comfortable.
You see what happens? You see what happens, folks? You get the right folks in a room together and amazing things happen. For real. Toast to Catman Bill. You're amazing, sir. Getting a call from the 1960s to say, hey, you might want to give us our jacket back. Really, really amazing work. Really, he said, I hate everybody. I can relate to that, man. I really love it. My parents, boomers, I remember commercials saying, or when they were younger, they said, don't trust anyone over 30. Until they got to 30, and then they said, don't trust anyone over 60. So, I appreciate all that you bring, all that you've influenced us and helped us to create and see and keep connected to that spirit, right? One of the greatest generations in the world, really made absolute change and brought true love. So thank you. Uh, you're an incredible artist, sir. We appreciate you very much. All right, coming up next, I see she's hanging out in the other window, and we'll get. They're gonna do some musical chairs here in a couple seconds, but check this out. Oh, I saw his head hanging out. Okay, I got you. Um, this duo right here, it doesn't really matter which order they come in. They're they're pretty dope. Catman just said the couple in his poem were not Bonnie and Clyde, but these two could very well be Bonnie and Clyde. Seriously. Um, they are both amazing artists. Coming up first, she does some amazing work. Please put your love caps on. The way that she talks about love and talks about the cat that she talks about, it's something incredible, man. Really, like I'm still learning from her how to do these things. The one and only Mercedes Duggar is in the building, y'all. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. I'm only on Facebook. Okay, I wasn't going to do this first sonnet, but when I saw the theme, I thought this might be tangentially related to it, so I'm going to read it anyway. And then I'll read what I was going to originally read. Immortal souls on a temporal plane. Spirits live in this material world. Our journeys here are short but filled with pain. Eternity has yet to be unfurled. We hate the unnaturalness of death because we sense our immortality. We feel the tension with each waking breath. Soul and flesh, this is the duality. Supernatural beings here on earth. Myths and legends recall forgotten truth. Collective consciousness received at birth grows dim as we get farther from our youth. Love that binds the universe together never dies, but lives in us forever. All right, and the second one is this is a rondo. Okay. Companionship is love's true key. Two voices sing in harmony, communicating as they should. Unspoken thoughts are understood, and independent minds are free. It takes a loving heart to see that even when they disagree, each still desires the other's good. Companionship. Conquered by love, temptations flee. There is no need for jealousy. I'd give you heaven if I could. So take my hand now, if you would. You and I united are we. Companionship. Thank you. All right.
See, you see what I'm saying? Like that's just not okay. I'm not crying. That's y'all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Mercedes Duggar.
Woo! Yeah, Mercedes.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Like I say here, tenderness and caring. Anytime somebody can come here and promote those values, I feel gifted.
Yeah. Good point. These
Very
days.
good. This is like one of the only moments or times, really days, that I feel privileged. Because I get to spend it with some of the greatest poets in the world. Right? I love how you said love and tenderness, Jedi Master, because it is that. Right? And that's why I said, like, you got to put your love caps on, because you got to realize that she comes from a very particular angle, and it really does, just like, I know they say, music will soothe the savage heart, but love, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. So thank you, Mercedes, for doing what you do, and always maintaining your voice and bringing the love in. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep it going. See what I was telling you about the musical chairs? Because that's not Mercedes. In case you didn't know, that's not Mercedes. However, this incredible gentleman, when I first came into this scene, this gentleman showed me that you can do anything with words. Anything. You can set scenes, you can put yourself in some really interesting positions, and some amazing things can happen if you allow it to happen. But he just showed me that creativity is truly, truly boundless. And I will always respect this dude, always love this dude. He runs his own open mic. He is a publisher. He's just an all-around incredible cat. The one and only Dane in the building. Come on, Dane. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you. Yeah, online Facebook, Instagram, and What's in John's Basement, published by I Publish You, and I'm going to read the prologue. This is a departure. You won't find a prologue and epilogue in most poetry books. So, in all of history, there are no names that command more reverence and awe than that of Commander Cornelius Ann Bixby III, a pragmatic leader and retired fleet admiral of the Slovakian Navy. Commander Bixby's exploits are legendary and unmatched heroism and wisdom. In the words of the admiral, we recount the horrible prelude to the greatest interstellar horror humanity has ever faced, the great space worm invasion. Hear me now, brave souls who are carried by fate far beyond this blue marble, this heart of humanity, our terrestrial home. Heed my words. Out there, the cosmos, mostly undiscovered and unmapped, keeps the deadly knowledge and holds its secrets, and it dwarfs our understanding of the dire consequences of our way of life. In the autumn of my career, I am looking out on the unknowable expanse from the bridge of the Nuestra Senora de la Concepcion. It was then that fear was struck in what is left of my dead soul as I witnessed the scavengers setting upon us with glee, our doom being nigh. Now is not the time to regale you with pepper shot and rum. They were the interplanetary worms that emerged from the snarling varicose void, starved with limitless hunger, that knew our feeble minds could neither take account nor appreciate them. Their segmented bodies shimmered with the eerie bioluminescence, twisting and writhing while they advanced upon our outpost. These creatures, born in the darkest corners of the universe, possessed an intelligence that belied their monstrous forms. Initially, to say we were fraught with peril is laughably apt. We lost ships and colonies, decimated, our hope waned. Yet in the face of this nightmare, this terrible adversity, we refused to submit to their slimy intentions. We would not be overwhelmed. Our spirits shone brighter than Procreon. We made do as good sailing warriors do. What an education. We fought and we will fight on. Prepare yourselves, for the invasion is upon us. And in the famous words of Silver Star recipient and deckhand Skip Fracas, we will swab the decks in hell before we hit the racks to sleep. Although he was anally executed by a sky crawler in 73, his resilience in the fight kept his balls afloat, and with his spirit, it'll keep your Slovak sack swimming upright to battle these slimy, junta-looking motherfuckers from ass-eating your family. There we go.
30 more seconds.
No, I'll stop there. There's a good point to stop. It goes on.
It goes on.
Wow. Wow, man. Wow. Just when you thought you almost heard everything, hell no. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dane. It's
I know that clock. That clock.
All right, Dane. Woo. Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah, I just, where is that coming from? I mean, imagination times 200,000.
Yeah, I felt like it was a history lesson, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was all your imagination. Was it a merger of history and creativity, or what? Like,
Complete fabrication.
okay.
There's a little joke in it. I don't know if anybody knows. Slovakia is landlocked, so they don't have a navy.
Wow. Well, but see, you got to explain that to us lay people. We're not
That was
that
pretty
smart.
obvious to a European.
Yeah, I just, it's just one of those things. It's kind of a throwaway thing. It's just there you go.
I got it. It's like, yep. I thought it was beautifully written, and you have a lot of fun verve, and I liked it. It's very intelligent writing.
Thank you.
Yeah, one of the things that just kept me going on that story is I didn't know what was going to happen next. And that aspect of storytelling always really captivates me. It's like the choice of what happens after each sentence and what direction it goes in and so forth. I mean, it just was, it was just a very trippy story.
I have to agree. For a minute, I thought it was like a download from like the Hubble telescope, or the satellite that was sent out in the 90s. I really thought it was a download, but then I thought it was like maybe a general giving a speech to like the U.S. Space Force. Just like these worms, like we have to eradicate, kind of like Starship Troopers. And for the fact that you said it's a complete work of fabrication, sir, I told y'all from the onset, this cat showed me that you can do anything and everything with creativity. Like, right, like I'm gonna need that whole thing, man. Like I'm gonna have to get that book now because I want to see where it goes, right? The dire consequences of our way of life. He said the great space worm invasion. Witness the scavengers setting upon us with glee, right? And the snarling varicose void. Like, come on, dude. Like, we refuse to commit to their slimy intentions. And you just kept it going all the way through. I appreciate that so very much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing what you do and keeping your foot on the gas of creativity. Amazing work. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, listen, this gentleman, I can say lots of things. Peace to the gods for their knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This gentleman, one of my spiritual advisors, also an all-around just experience waiting to happen. He probably plays about 300 instruments if you give him time. And just one of the baddest cats around, inexperienced. He came here to do lots of things, but he did not come here to tap dance. Contributor to the Sunday Open House Anthology. Where is it? There it is. Right? Published by one of the last poets. Shout out Abidu. This cat's incredible. The one and only Baba N. Gomez in the building. Come on, Baba. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please.
What's up? I put all that in the chat. Yeah. I think I'm kind of on theme. I think I might have done this poem before, but y'all dig it. It's called A State of Emergency That Nobody Told You About, or The Lowdown on the Download, Conspiracy Theory 101. And although I wrote it about 4 or 5 years ago, when you listen to it, you'll seem like I wrote it yesterday. state of emergency that nobody told you about, or the lowdown on the down low. Conspiracy theories 101. Epigraph. Hold your fire, don't shoot the messenger. Though I know that this message be stressing you. Well, I'm a mirror, I just reflect what I see. Please don't shoot me, I'm not the enemy. No, 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 no. Hold your fire. Listen carefully and pay attention. This poem will not be on Facebook, will not be on YouTube or Twitter, will not be published in an anthology, and will not be on the 5 o'clock news. This poem will self-destruct upon completion, just like free jazz improvisation. It will never be experienced again. This poem is to tell you that all the news is fake, owned by the same motherfuckers that don't want you to know that they are motherfuckers. Democrats and Republicans are just opposite sides of the same coin. They hang out and have drinks, snort coke, and fuck the same underage boys and girls from the secret pedophile ring in the White House at the end of the workday. Truth be told, they don't run anything anyway. It's just a facade. There is no government. It all belongs to the Federal Reserve. Trying to turn the page with one hand here. It all belongs to the Federal Reserve, run by the Bilderbergs, the Masons, the Skull and Bones, the Illuminati, the Jesuits, and secret societies. Your birth certificate and social security number are bank note payable in blood when you die, but nobody told you. It's all in the books. Behold the pale horse, the occult conspiracy, and the truth shall set you free by David Icke. You can still find them overpriced on Amazon. Copies are limited or maybe out of print. Steve Coakley exposed it years ago on YouTube. The Holy Bible is fiction designed to control you. Actually, it's an astrology book. You think I'm talking heresy? If Jesus really saves, he could have done it already. But he couldn't save himself. I turned off the president's speech. It's all an illusion anyway. Social media is a government experimental mind control mechanism on your computer and your mobile device. Everything you do is being watched and recorded by your TV. Immigration detention camps are rehearsals for martial law. Global warming is controlled by harp. No, harp is not a musical instrument. It's not the mayor of Elm City either. I don't have time to explain it, but it's not too late to Google it. The housing projects are part of the Rockefeller plan. It was a Yale experiment. So is gentrification. The food at McDeath Burgers, Kentucky Diet, and Ice Slop are fake too, designed to prepare you for Soylent Green. The New World is order sitting on your doorstep when the doorbell rings, don't answer. If you act now, it's not too late to stop it. Trump will skimmed in as a fake president. Mumia told me resistance works, but justice rides in the back of the bus. So where's John Brown when you need him? Remember, struggle will set you free. Don't forget you never heard any of this from me. This poem is the last warning. It will now self-destruct. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for Baba Ngoma.
That was amazing.
Woo, yeah.
That was bold and
Ooh,
that was excellent.
Oh my
Thank you so
Really
much.
great.
Fire, fire.
Very bold. That was awesome.
Place is on fire.
Where's John Brown when you need him? And your lead-in with the violin was so saucy. I really loved that.
We're going to need more of that because they're getting rid of history books, of course. So we need you more and more and more.
Yeah, it's a poet's job from now on.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I just heard your colleagues say is that we need to make you a national treasure and just send you around the country doing work like this to remind people what is really going on, what really happens. I see you shaking your head, ma'am, but you would be on that tour also, telling it like it is, right? You know, Baba, you just do something that people need, right? At one point in time, there were so many poets, right? AKA the last poets, reminding people hey, the world's going to hell in a handbasket, and it's just another story on the evening news presented by the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts and the Carnegies, right? But those people are no longer around. The gatekeepers remain the same, but those names are not prevalent as they used to. So for you to do that, you said the poem will self-destruct as soon as I'm done. Like that's just owed to one of my favorite shows. It is a Mission Impossible. You know what I mean? He says Conspiracies 101. Know that this message is stressing you. Of course. There is no government. It all belongs to the Federal Reserve. Your social security number is a banknote payable in blood when you die. Everything you do is being watched and recorded by your TV. Projects are part of the Rockefeller plan. It's a Harvard experiment, he said. And then he just gave us one of my favorite names. I'm not gonna forget that. It's another one of those shirts that I need. He said Trumple Thinskin. Love it, sir. Love it. Clowning. But I love it. Thank you for doing what you do, Baba. You really are an inspiration, and you continue to inspire me. So thank you for doing what you do. Speaking of inspirations, coming up next, and this is what I was saying. Like I saw her shaking her head when I was saying that we need to make him a national treasure and send him around the country. She would also be on this tour because she has a way of speaking such a beautiful truth, and she shares it with me even on tyranny, on disinformation. She is about that life, folks. Trust and believe. And here she comes with another installment. The one and only Bonnie Soloway is in the building. Come on, Bonnie, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemental. I hope my poem tonight can match your introduction. This one, I'm on Instagram, B Soloway. Again, not with my poetry yet, but this is called The Farmer and the Snake. And this is a message to 5 Senate Republicans, Barrasso, Tillis, Cassidy, Collins, and Murkowski, who voted to confirm RFK Jr. as HHS Secretary, despite voicing grave concerns and well-documented concerns. Sure, it's real impressive when you confront him with the facts, as he squirms with narcissistic arrogance and loudly pushes back. You all had the goods, that we can't deny, as he argued every point with a constant stream of lies. They turned to, like many in this cabinet when cornered like a rat, they turned to furious denials with a stunning lack of facts. Did you expect him to admit to his brazen, defiant ways, intent on sickening the country as medical science gets betrayed? Or perhaps you thought his boss, after hearing your angst and pleas, would regret his nomination and say, "Forgive me, won't you please?" No, that's what confirmation hearings are for. You had your chances then to show your constituents RFK Jr. was not the right man for them. A strident anti-vaxxer forming opinions from bogus studies. You knew damn well how wrong that was, yet you voted to appease your buddies. This was not a policy debate or a question of left versus right.
Hold on, Bonnie. We lost your audio. Hold on, Bonnie. We lost your audio. See what happens, y'all? She starts speaking too much truth. They're like, wait.
Okay,
Please continue.
I don't know where I was. Okay, I'm just going to start in the middle someplace.
The medical science got betrayed, right?
Okay. No, that's what confirmation hearings are for. I hope you got that. You had your chances then to show all your constituents RFK Jr. was not the right man for them. A strident anti-vaxxer forming opinions from bogus studies. You knew damn well how wrong that was, yet you voted to appease your buddies. This was not a policy debate or a question of left versus right. You held within your hands America's health, if not our lives. Oh, he pinky promised, huh? Said he'd keep you in the loop. to honor your concerns in all of your disputes. You knew exactly who he was, who he's been throughout his life, a former heroin addict conspiracy monger with prurient desires. Before his second wife's untimely death, she found his journal of sexual encounters, 37 different women, a manhood of great largesse. All you 5 senators knew the truth. We only needed 3 to have the balls to stop this wholly unqualified, dangerous nominee. 2 of you were doctors, believing strongly in vaccines. Have you already forgotten what the Hippocratic Oath truly means? Remember Aesop's fables, the farmer and the snake? Maybe listen up so you won't make the same mistake. A farmer finds a snake frozen in the snow. He scoops him up in his warm coat, and in the house they go. The snake revives and bites the farmer, inflicting a fatal wound. Why did you just bite me? The farmer asked before he died. You knew I was a snake before you brought me here inside. The end.
Oh my goodness. Prop for the Aesop's Fable also. Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bonnie Soloway.
Yeah,
Yes,
Bonnie.
that
Fantastic,
end
Bonnie.
line.
Woo.
It's that moral of the
Fantastic.
story at the end line that really tied it off.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I know. I don't know where I got that one from, but I remembered it as a kid, so threw it in there. Anyway.
It works. Yeah, totally
Yeah.
worked. Well, everybody was, I don't know if you saw the chat, but everybody was speculating who was the culprit for muting you.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely check that out. That was hilarious too. Definitely. Listen, oh my gosh. Thank you for even putting that back on my radar. I've heard that many times before, but I'm doing so many other readings. And Aesop's fable. You said you knew I was a snake before you brought me in here. You deserve to get your ass bit. Just saying. Just saying. Argued every point with a constant stream of lies. Is that not politics 101? Right? Baba Ngoma said conspiracies 101. Is that not politics 101? Oh, he pinky promised. He pinky promised. How cute. Uh, Bonnie, I love what you do. I love how you call people out on their nonsense. It really is beautiful. Please continue to do just that. Your work reaches the people. And as Jedi Master said, please look in the chat to see what your colleagues are saying. That was hilarious. Thank you for doing what you do and staying connected and committed to it. Thank you. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this incredible gentleman comes through, has incredible work. He stays focused. He even does like this, freestyle thing when he's, able and in the building with a band and all that. He's just incredible. Author of The Impromptu of Love of Music, also of Animals. I like to call this cat the Earth Spirit. You can just hear nature climbing out of his throat every time he rips. The one and only Ray Whitaker is in the building. Come on, Ray. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you. What a night tonight. Everybody that's read so far, it's outstanding. Thank you. I wrote this last night and today, and I had to edit it down because it was too long for the 4 minutes. So I just ought to just get right to it, right? So it's called On the Top. It wasn't snowing when he started the climb up the deep Italian Alps, heading up what he thought a route, traversing coves with beech trees, big gray rocks, boulders really, in the way of a steady up. Wishing for better boots, 2/3 of the way there, climbing when the snow came wafting down. He kept putting one foot in front of the other. Having heard of a cave up there, hearing about the wizened figure of a man, a wizard, an enigma, a legend, a person reputed to live there. Arduous climb, cave in sight, thick flakes nearly obscuring the view. Surprised to see a fire in the stone hearth inside the cave. A figure in a long blue cloak sat. He walked into the shelter. "What took you so long?" the figure asked. "A little snow shouldn't keep you stuck on the way up." In heavily accented English, Norwegian maybe. Hard to tell the age of the man, beard flowing down his chest, faded blue cloak covering physical features made him look slight of build. "It's warmer on this side of the fire," the blue cloak man said. Now only silence. Music could be heard faintly, coming from somewhere, as if covered by a thick blanket. The music became louder, and the band Yes sounded. Long distance runaround echoed off the walls. Whoa, he thought, totally unexpected that there would be a wizard that enjoyed 1970s rock music. Long distance run around, long time waiting to feel the sound. I still remember the dream there, sang John Anderson, echoing down the rocks, lovely tenor voice permeating the cave. The wizard stood, a bit of light behind him, and the wizard spoke. "You fled here from the orange tyrant, seeking the knowledge of what to do, how to depose him, dislodge the disempowerment. Going on, the wizard did. Examine the larger context. There's a host of larger problems inherent. I dreamt the worlds of inflection," he said. Inflection spelled out, standing strong in it. Letters 6 feet tall, glowing with a pulsing light. Joe Jackson was playing one of his tunes in the dream. "Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight?" Wizard smiled. How prophetic. How going on? "Remember, you must always fight to keep the democracy. Guide a return to the vision of the land. Be a uniter. Don't die in the doing of it, in the fight that has to come." Getting up, deciding the wisdom he'd heard was enough, what he needed to proceed, to spring into action, the wizard continued, "Go this way, out to the left. It's a better way than the route you came." Soon the great battle began, like the struggle with Mordor, or Stalingrad, or the Somme, where many, many lives were lost in the doing. Ideals modified, remained, enacted to prevent a future disaster. Thank you.
If that's not wizardry, I don't know what is. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ray Whitaker.
Hey, Ray. Nice
All
work.
right, Ray.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like for so much of the delivery you were using this voice like you were casting a spell.
Well, the original one was 6.5 minutes long, and I wanted to honor our host's time constraints. So, you know, there's actually a lot more to this piece, but I'm just glad that I got the singing going on in it. Kept that.
Yeah. Well, don't listen to me, but don't edit yourself for length. You can always just read excerpts of it. I hate to think of you limiting your creativity for a format because I don't really believe in that, and you have too much to offer.
You're very kind, but it's kind of every word that I edited is like pulling the baby out of the bath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know the feeling for sure.
For sure. It's one of the most difficult things in the world. For those of you who may not be artists or writers or poets, the editing process, it's not as easy as a butcher just trimming fat off of a ribeye. It's actually it's actually really difficult because each one of those strings connect to a piece of a marionette in a sense, and you could lose a piece of movement that could be very key to making this Pinocchio come to life. So it's amazing what you did, sir. I love the wizard in the 70s rock. Um, I'm not sure if you were the wizard or you were the cat climbing the mountain. Like it's just money in the bank. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for honoring the time and just bringing that new shit and making it cook. Appreciate you, sir. Truly. Just work. All right. One more artist, and we are going to go to halftime. Coming up next, uh, the priestess is here. One of my spiritual advisors. Um, she's just a blessing to me in so many different ways. Contributor to also Sunday's open house anthology by the Last Poets. She just she does so many things for so many folks, and then she has the nerve to write incredible poetry. The one and only Oshun Yo Yen is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Well, speaking about writing poetry and where you can find me looking through my stuff trying to figure out how the hell I got 23 unfinished poems. I was looking at that today. 23 unfinished. Anyway, I'm going to be doing two tonight. So let me get started. The first one is astrological alliterations, Aries arrogance, Taurus tantrums, Gemini gyrations, Cancer cryings, Leo lordliness, Virgo victimization, Libra lies, Scorpio scathings, Sagittarius superficiality, Capricorn criticisms, Aquarius abstractions, Pisces pathology. Now you know what you need to work on. My second poem, I don't have a title for this, but it's my second poem. And it's kind of on theme. You smiled, and in a microsecond, through a kaleidoscope of your nuances, I saw your soul. What healing looked like, how you inspired jaded mortals who had given up on everything to kneel at the altar of love and receive its baptism, elevating their souls to the heights that their aspirations of joy dictated before their birth. You winked and called clarity from the anarchy of clouded memory, opened a pioneer's road to understanding, set feet on a righteous path, set spirit on the seeking path to open eyes to the luminous path, only to be discovered within. You whispered in an aura of aquamarine acceptance, unreasonable rainbows, and irresistible iridescence, just a whisper, but still a command. Follow me. I did, and found myself.
Oh, come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Oshun Yo Yen.
That was amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah, I love that twist at the end. It's like the moral of the story. You never can tell where you're going to end up, and don't feel so off about realizing you have 23 unfinished poems. I just put all of those in a folder I call "In Progress," kind of as a way to remind me they're not going to stay unfinished forever.
But 23, that's ridiculous. 23. I started 23 times and didn't finish. I wish I hadn't counted them now.
Yeah, well, like Paul said, you put them all in a folder. My folder's named "The Deep End of the Pool."
Love it. My folder is called National Poetry Month. Um, that 30 for 30, as long as you get something, right? It's like the start of something. So I've got a few also that needs some work, needs some refinement. But on the days, and this is what I love about these types of poems, folks. On the days that you're not sure, or you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what I should write about. Maybe I'm not really sure. I'm not really feeling this. You go to that. You go to that file. You go to that folder, and it opens up all of so many different ideas, so many pathways, right? Raj just said drafts end up becoming gems. No doubt. No doubt. It's good though, really, because you get that particular thought out, and then you can find it later to make it what it really needs to be, right? Whoa. Yeah, that's a rough one, Sam. One a day, January? Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. Listen, it has been an incredible night so far, right? We have reached halftime. So everybody, get your stretch on. We are going to go to the halftime really quick. And then we will come back and continue this incredible night. All right? Let's get it. Good evening. And thank you for tuning in to the online open mic with the greatest community in the world. Week after week, you keep this flame of artistry burning with a light that transcends time, distance, and borders. Now, welcome to the Halftime Report. I am your correspondent. My name is Elemen2al, bringing you the latest news and upcoming events proudly presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. The New Eurekan Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and Jay Rose. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam, occurring on the last Friday of the month at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winner receives a $100 cash prize, plus a nomination to compete in the annual Grand Slam. This month we'll be featuring Emmy-nominated poet and author Alejandro Jimenez, plus a Twilight Hour open mic. Make sure you come through for the score. For more details on the slam season, including rules, winners, and current year scoreboard, go to neweurekan.org/slam. Our open mics at the Lower East Side Center are finally back from the Hot Poet Summer and better than ever. The venue records high-quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Lower East Siders and New Eurekan's YouTube channels. The first Wednesday of the month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka WOW, hosted by somebody's mama. Make sure you come through. It's gonna be amazing. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the New Eurekan Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Make sure you plug in. It is going to be something special. Our online programs, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic, hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays via Zoom and live stream on YouTube. All styles are welcome. Every artist has 4 minutes to rock with new themes every week. The Slam Workshop, happening on the second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, hosted by the National Youth Poet Laureate Stephanie Pacheco. When you sharpen your craft, you sharpen your performance. Make sure you plug in. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets of all the programming, you can go to neweurekan.org/calendar. Our social media and website and other links, including how to sign up for the mailing list, you go to our Linktree/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Lower East Side Center open mics, beatniks, and special events at Battery Park City, Poetry House, and NJ Pack. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways that you can help support us in our mission to continue with moving poetry forward. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, and tote bags available for purchase at our New Yo table and in-person events, or go to neweurekan.org/merch. Spring and summer collection coming soon. Also, check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to video recordings of in-person events not available online for the public. Go to patreon.com/Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, all of our hosts, our executive director, and all our sponsors for helping us to continue to move our artwork forward. We appreciate you for all your continued support, helping us to keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founders. Brought to you by Elemen2al Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative production.
Your energy and passion make our community truly shine. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Now, back to the show. Peace. All right, folks, let's get right back to it. Right? So, coming up first, this gentleman is just incredible, folks. He is relentless when it comes to publishing. The way that he gathers his artwork, the way that he publishes his manuscripts, folks, are incredible. Author of Skolpiti, as well as The Bald Raven, as well as many, many more, and more to come. I like to call this cat the Vincent Price of poetry. The one and only Ike Waltz is in the building, y'all. Come on, Ike, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Cremation in my library. My library is a cemetery for children, myself, friends, and foes. Some still alive, others are long dead. None takes advice. A whisper of competing spines searching your wandering eyes. Many on the shelf respond with foreign faces. Others are just juveniles. Some have good looks, yellow, red, brown, black or white, even a mix of letters is fine. Book innocence pops up during that once upon a time. Yes, all are called good book, as bad is poorly defined. The common ground are memories of untold victims buried in a mass grave, adding dust to posterity way out of time is history. Without earthen technology, stuffy mystery in the air. Most of you were not even born or even nearby. You pick and choose the moment the author, the story, the nose for so much intellectual repair. Once you are there, you share somebody's orgasm, masturbating that loss of a sexy game. We call a book full of excitement and despair without any shame. This moment of knowledge we miss, but history does not really care. No sooner as the yesterday is done, the future replaced beyond digital realization, the chip in your device already an antiquarium, artificial intelligence replaced by, the human perpetuum turned us all into a technology factotum, and that of the long gone past returned to the Latin curiosum, using a quantum language where only a superior can screw that available pitiful inferior. Yes, we trust children with guns, but we lost the trust in our books. It has caught it best. It is what it is. Fall is blowing away the meaning of words. So easy to say. Books stripped from a library, left burning everywhere. Knowledge stolen by the ignorant, not for the all of us, but for the most. Memories bunning old people strapped into broken rockers. Wisdom, as always, slowly dying away. Lost is their eyesight, meaning what they saw. Lost is their hearing, meaning what they would like to pray. Paper thin, too heavy a turn, too weak for explosive daring. Library pages, and so their doors forever shut in dramatic Trumpian Silence, trembling hands respond and wave. Why? Don't forget us. It's the better that we yearn whilst waiting for Godot, the future of mine, stained into the rest, what is left, or alive. The chip implant in my brain came too late. Have you ordered flowers for my poetic grave? So I bury my stardust in my library, where I can lean and on the past, where you and maybe I, selfishly, adding unconscious sprinkles of destiny to a universe calculated by obscure harmony. But now it's time to accept the inevitable. So, Alexei, beam me up.
I don't know how you do that every time. Goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike Walls.
Woo! Yeah,
Excellent read.
Hi.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was an
fantastic.
amazing elegy for human enlightenment and, kind of a farewell to organic thinking.
Exactly.
I don't.
Farewell to thinking, period.
Yeah, period. That's right.
Sitting there
Don't
feeding my
think,
face, but
just
then I
play
got
it
food for
back out
thought.
of a machine.
Right. Or a human being replaced by AI's machinery. Like I love how dedicated you are to writing brand new work, um, and then delivering it as fervently as you do. First of all, you had me with my library is a cemetery, right? Like knowledge dies. I love it. A book full of excitement and despair. Um, Turned us all into a technology, right? Using a quantum language, lost the trust in our books. He said we trust kids with guns, but we lost the trust in our books. Oh, that's so dangerous. Beautiful, but dangerous. Knowledge stolen by the ignorant. Wisdom is always slowly dying away. Have you ordered flowers from my poetic grave? And adding unconscious sprinkles of destiny, sir. Like, I really, really hope that your ancestors, wherever they may be, are cheering and toasting to the amazing work that you put in, because it is really astounding. Thank you for what you do. I look forward to your next work of art because I know it's coming. Like, if I know Ike Waltz, there's another one coming. So thank you, Ike. Truly. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist continues to come through. He puts in the work. I catch him on Instagram sometimes putting in the work. He's a writer's writer, man, for real. He continues to put in the work, and I'm thankful that he continues to come through and share it with us. The one and only Principe is in the building. Come on, Principe. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Tonight I'll be sharing two poems. The first poem is titled A Creative's Love. Angels are everywhere, but not as angelic as you. How you paint our love in vibrant colors, pink and red, is amazing. You do that by checking up on me, showing a curiosity in my work. You are in one woman show, giving romantic glances with your eyes, giving this Taurus moon a raised spirit, the creator twirling in our love's paint, snuggling my heart, and comfort to my heart with recipes of food I love. You are my royal highness. And the second one is titled This House. I prayed this house that he I mean she built with divinity. The beauty in in the process of creation, like procreation, takes two to dance. Along the way, the shingles in her heartwood fall into the earth. Still love her because underneath is an embryo. Check her closet. Pain and love fall right out of it. Her window pane became clearer after the rain clears. So God made her a new house guest, me. Thank you.
Cat said, check her closet. Pain and love fall right out of it. Come on, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Principe.
Yeah.
Nice job. Nice job. That was beautifully read. I
Excellent.
really,
Good job.
yeah, I
Well
really
done.
enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Thanks again. You are one of the most economical poets I get to hear these days.
Mhm.
This one was a little bit different for me, Principe. I don't think I've heard you go this kind of goddess route, but it works, sir. It works. Your approach to these poems, it was, I don't know. I don't know if I would consider them love poems. Definitely not infatuation poems, right? Definitely not on the lusty side, but it was just like, I don't know, man. It's like hand in hand by a lake, maybe? Like how do I love thee? Let me count the ways type poems. Um, but I appreciate how you approach this. Yes. Thank you, Elizabeth. She said it was precious and romantic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fantastic. Absolutely. Angels are everywhere, but not as angelic as you? Sir, you better be careful who you say that shit to. For real. You better be careful with that line. For real. Whew. Money, sir. This is why I say I really, really dig this dude's style. He really digs in and he really gives it his all. Thank you for doing what you do, Principe, and sharing it with us. All right. So there are some folks who were unable to make it this evening. So here are the next 5. Coming up next, this incredible artist. She mentioned writing a poem a day since January 17th. Like, yo, that's a marathon plus a marathon, right? But she's so dedicated to what she does, sending her work around to people who really need it and can use it. I believe that is the work of a true artist, right? To put yourself in a place that you know you can help people. That is our charge as artists, as poets, is to help as many people as we possibly can. And she is an ambassador of just that. The one and only Sam Hardy is in the building. Come on, Sam. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
I got some new shit tonight. Let's see how many political poems I can do in 4 minutes. Who scheduled this war? iSpan sits on the corner, waiting for your children, waiting for your parents, waiting for your friends. Got your green card? It doesn't matter. You're still a target in the end. No one is safe. The monster is in the house. The monster is in the cabinet. The White House on the lane is run by the insane. People are fired and arrested for honoring their body, for minding their own business, for speaking their truth. A stark contrast from the time of your youth. Now our country is laughed at, once a nation of pride, a safe haven, honorable and true. now reduced to just a big bully, feared, despised by many, feared by few. Who scheduled this war? Who profits from such pain? Who builds their kingdom on bodies and chains? Won't you help me save the date? 3 years left. I doubt justice will wait. Witness. I often scroll Instagram and cry. Acts of hate, acts of war. You scroll down the page and there you are. The nations we once knew has become a place of negativity, of strife, of freedoms and people being vanished out of sight. People being pulled off the streets, taken away from hearth and home, leaving children, family, and loved ones behind all alone. The world just keeps on turning, pretending not to see, yet sorrow floods the silence and weighs so heavily. I sit here in quiet, my tears refuse to hide. The nation built on promise now crumbles from inside. And though my hands feel helpless, my words will still remain to echo through the silence, a witness to the pain. Speaking the truth, you would think that everyone has their own truth. One person says trans lives don't belong. From the Hill, they legislate our bodies, turning freedom into something wrong. Deleting them seems to be the government's new goal, but you can't delete a person's soul. Our president weaponizes hate and calls it truth, changing the American language into a language of lies. 73% despise him now. Is anyone surprised at why? In the media, newspaper, and televisions, freedom of speech is becoming a thing of the past. Politics and cancel culture have bonded together, so strong that speaking your truth means you won't be around long. But truth outlives the liars. Their empire built on sand. A voice may be buried, but the echoes still stand. These monsters, a nation pulled apart by fangs, a society that no longer gives a dang. These monsters have illusions. These monsters live lies. These monsters are ruining our country, and no one knows the reason why. Freedom no longer rings. People foster hateful things. These monsters avoid the truth. These monsters silence the people. These monsters taint our youth. These monsters thrill at what is evil. The White House on the lawn houses people who are quite insane. The monsters are destroying our rights. These monsters make us cry and frown. These monsters think they're beautiful while they burn our country down. One more, walking the talk. Everyone is talking at me. Everyone is talking about me. Everyone is confusing this with speaking their truth. Everyone is pointing their finger. Everyone is blaming each other. Everyone is judging one another without knowing who the other is. No one is talking. No one is walking the talk. No one is spreading the love. No one is bearing the load. Words are hurled like stones through glass, shattering silence, cutting deep, and still they call it speaking truth. A man spreads hateful rumors. A woman tells lies on her friend. They all demonstrate hate and call it speaking their truth. But truth doesn't equal hate. Hateful acts hide from truth. Thank you.
Yo, that was impressive, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sam Hardy.
I loved everything. She's gonna make me want to do a political poem today. It wasn't. That's not on my agenda. I loved it.
I'm amazed you got 4 of them in. That was really something. Full of meaning too, you know.
Yeah, the news is poetry. It just takes somebody with that inspiration and skills, like, similar to what Bonnie cooks up so consistently all the time. And can't remember which one of the last pieces was just so spot on, the thing about all the monsters and so forth, and those lines about legislating our bodies and that. I mean, this is why this space exists, and it's another perfect example of why and what this place is for, to come and stand up and speak out about the things that concern you. And that's the way, as I always talk about, the generative power of the spoken word. We create the reality that we live ourselves into. And by being a chronicler of all of that, which you just did, Sam, you are the person who's, steering the reality, the collective reality, and the direction that's, more giving, more healing, and just all in all more positive for the majority of people who really want to prosper in life.
That's where Paul like reaches into like all our minds and hearts and then like just grabs all our feedback and like translate it, for all of us.
Yeah, he does that. He kind of does that, right? The force is strong in that one. Listen, and he even did that to me on that one, right? Because I was gonna mention Barney Soloway at that. Just like ooh, like everyone is just channeling all this energy this evening, with the new shit too. Like, Sam, you made me think of a sportscaster, one of my favorite dudes. His name is Chris Berman. And on Sunday, he does what he calls the fastest 3 minutes, right? And what that sounded like to me is the fastest 4 minutes of news that everyone needs, which makes me wonder why the hell are news shows multiple hours? Why? Yes, Bonnie, you're absolutely right. Right? Sponsorships, right? Commercials, right? Gatekeepers got to get their palms and pockets greased, right? No squeaky wheels allowed, right? But that's how you deliver the news, Sam, right there, right? Said, who scheduled this war? Again, another shirt, kind of like the Jedi Master says, that's one of those things I need on my wall. Who scheduled this war? Right? May sound rhetorical, but seriously. Now our country is laughed at, just a big bully who profits from such pain. Right? Echo through the silence, my world will remain. You can't delete a person's soul. She said 73%. And I don't think that's approval rating. 73%. These monsters live lies. Freedom no longer rings. They taint our youth, destroying our rights. In the last poem, he said, no one is walking the talk. Like, you better talk that talk, ma'am. Because no one is walking the talk. That's just money. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Right. I see you here, right? The Swami, quoting the Swami. Appreciate that, man, for real. That's just work, Sam. Thank you. Thank you for bringing all of that into that time frame. Amazing work. All right. Coming up next. One of just the dopest people in the world. He writes incredible poetry. He takes incredible pictures of some of the most delicious things that people ever put on plates. I like to call this cat the Iron Chef of poetry. What I can tell you is everything he thinks is all in his mind. The one and only Generalissimo is in the building. Come on, sir. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is really always a treat to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you very much, Elemental. I'm just gonna start reading. The first is called The Scarecrow That Took a Shortcut to Oz. There once was a scarecrow who was scared of crows. The crows were not sensitive to this fact. One would think crows would consider scarecrows as mutually beneficial friends like Tom and Jerry, Bugs and Elmer Fudd, or the evil stepmother and her magic mirror. There once was a scarecrow who was scared of crows. He did not run away to a secret place where there were no crows. He instead decided to eat crow. He went to the town post office with a double-barrel sawed-off shotgun, shot every crow in sight, and invited a few scarecrow friends for barbecue crow that night. This next piece is called One More Reason Charlotte Regretted Not Having Daughters. Charlotte's boys built a snowman while she cooked her famous pineapple white chocolate snow day flapjacks. As the kids smothered maple cardamom coconut cream on the jacks, she noticed a band of fuchsia on the snowman. She layered up in long johns, fleece sweat, ski socks, and vinyl knee-high snow boots. Charlotte tromped through post-blizzard snow to discover her $250 designer cashmere scarf on the snowman. The water damage was irreparable, according to the dry cleaner. After the snow melted, she handed her eldest son a spade to dig a grave. She had her youngest son play taps on a kazoo, while the middle son recited "The Lord is my shepherd" in its entirety. The cashmere scarf was buried in a Havanista cedar cigar box coffin. For posterity, her husband videotaped the only funeral for a scarf in modern history. During the ceremony, Charlotte drank from a goblet filled with farm-fresh apple cider she secretly wished was rum. And the next piece is The Queen's Secret Siberian Sisters. Queen Elizabeth of England was recently sold for $75. She was dressed in a conservatively tasteful Savile Row hand-tailored off-white dress, accented by a blue sash and her signature heirloom pearls and a jeweled crown. I wonder if whoever bought her placed her in the center of a mantel to the left of a set of unnested Russian nesting dolls lined up from small to large at the end of the mantel, and to the right of Aunt Gladys's pride and joy collection of ceramic roosters no one wanted, but now is a point of pride in the owner's home. In the middle of the night, when all the tchotchkes come to life, a la Night at the Museum, the nesting dolls try to teach Liz how to dance. They humor her every night when she can't get it quite right. Liz doesn't mind when one of her instructor babushkas asks to try on her pearls or crown because they treat her like a normal person, not an overprivileged royal. When they invade the vodka in the liquor cabinet, the sturdy women are surprised a queen can drink them under the table. Liz's new claim to fame is that she has trained all the roosters to perform tricks as if they were her corgis. The Russian gals tease Liz that one day they'll make soup from the roosters. But they say, we never eat because we are hollow Weeble-shaped balsa wood street souvenirs, and you are but a Barbie doll. Thank you.
You are amazing, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Generalissimo.
Yeah,
I
amazing.
love the accent at the
Yeah,
end.
Brian.
That was awesome.
Wonderful.
Love that crow allegory piece at the beginning. It was so tight and in a sense, it sort of leaves you wanting to hear more, but it just isn't anything more necessary. And I really am I've always really been into the tone of a lot of your delivery because it's almost this kind of forensic explanation tone of all these tableaus you conjure up out of these sort of seemingly everyday observations. It's a really wonderful story about the sort of eccentric family ceremony, too. Thanks for coming here again.
Well, thank you for being my hero.
You just do amazing things, Generalissimo. I have to say, it was the second poem that I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop laughing. Um, the the cashmere scarf. It just right. But the first poem, right, with the double barrel, and he just chose to eat crows instead of chasing them like money. The second one, she said she ordered her son to play taps on a kazoo, and her husband videotaped the only funeral for a scarf in history. Like, come on, man. If that's just not, that just the creativity is really on display this evening, folks. For real. And then, as April was saying, the accent on the end, they were just like, "Hey, we're surprised the Queen could drink us under the table," right? just amazing. I see you, Dane, right? Dane says, I call him the AMP, the American Master Poet. And I believe he's a member of the, what is it? The Bearded Bardos? Something similar. Generalissimo has been at this and doing it this well for quite a while. Um, see? Bards of the Bardo. Like a collection of just astonishing artists. He just happens to be one of them. He's been doing this and doing it well. Thank you so much, Generalissimo. Your work is always just a palate cleanser. That's why I call him the Iron Chef of Poetry. He's just incredible. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, yo, I'm loving the background, of course. Bay Bridge, the Golden Gate. It just, anytime you go into the city, San Francisco, it's amazing. The water has such a distinct smell. Sage, come through. Let us know where in the world you are plugging in from. I believe this is your first time rocking with us. Is that right?
Yes, this is my first time coming from New York, the city, and yeah,
Where in New York? Where are you from?
from the Bronx.
BX in the building. Come on. Where you been? We've been doing this for quite a while. BX in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Welcome to the greatest community in the world.
Thank,
Please, take it away.
thank you. I'm not plugged in on social yet, so I'm just sharing my poetry here. Um, so I have two poems. So my first poem, uh, so the doors of the church are open. Private chambers for your deep confessions, though your conversations stay surface level mostly. You opened the dusty cobweb door one day, and my lips didn't know what to say, but I received the words through the space. The doors of the church are open, providing portals through pews for your prayers, though I didn't have all the answers usually. You kept counting on me like your rosary, and my ears started to ring when the words disturbed my inner being. The doors of the church are open, promising psalms of comfort for your pain, though my own seem non existent. I soothe your tears with songs, but my eyes couldn't stay open for long. The doors of the church are closing. It's been a while since you've tithed. 10% is nothing in comparison to the 100 poured into thine. My energy was never for sale, so you kept taking it and taking it freely. The doors of the church are closing. You wanted to be king, but didn't serve the ministry that contributed to your excellency. The feelings were never duplicated. This interaction is not a resolving door, and every time you enter, you dirty up the floors, ignoring maintenance for your convenience, needing me only when convenient. The doors of the church are closed. Okay, and that's the end of that one. And my next poem called Skeleton Bear. The sun waved hello and goodbye 1,000 times. The waves have crashed against the shores. Cruise ships have circled around my chair. The wooden frame of it has started to decay. My hair seasoned with salt and pepper. My skin is starting to kiss the floor. My eyes permanently stained with red, from wide open to partly shut. People have passed with life vests and ropes. Constantly, I denied their efforts while my soul was screaming because my mind constantly kept dreaming. Brain kept the lights on in body's home when body whittled away to bones. I was waiting for you, but you never came. That's it for me today. Thank you.
Wow. That's how you show up and show out. Come on, y'all. Unmute yourself and welcome Sage Blue.
Yeah, you definitely have to come back
All
here
right,
again.
Sage.
Okay, thank you.
I've been
Welcome.
really struck by the church poem because it rang so true to me in the sense that um, you go into the church with certain thinking what goes on inside a church and what the results would be, and you have certain expectations along those lines. But really, being in a church is not anything that's cut and dry. And I don't think anybody ever walks out of a church being totally satisfied with the experience they had. That's just my opinion. And I think your poem really was just full of that kind of ambiguity, and it sort of spoke about the ambiguous nature of a relationship with the church and what it's supposed to do. But one thing that really came across to me was just the sense of the physical place of the church and being inside it. So I think those are difficult things to parse in a poem. You have to be uh, incredibly perceptive, and you have to be sort of perceptive in a very intimate way with your own feelings and experience. That just really came off strong to me.
Thank you.
100%. 100%. That that really well, before I get to that, welcome to the greatest community in the world. There's been a few different ways that we bring someone into the fold. We can pop the cherry baby, pop the cherry baby, um, or chant one of us, right? However, to let you know that you just officially fucked up, um, because you have to be here now, right? Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Um, this is a place where you can be the poet that you are. This is a place where you can say the things that you need to say. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. And when you come through with stuff like that, that struck a chord with me. My grandfather was a preacher. And I remember him as young as I was. Every time I would go to church with him, he would always say that. He would raise his hand, his mangled hand, and he would say, "The doors of the church are open. Would you come?" Right? And that just says so much, right? It's literal, but it's metaphorical also. Um, Portals through pews, through your prayers, promising psalms for your pain. 10% is nothing compared to the 100% towards dying. The doors of the church are closed. That's just money. Really. Like Generalissimo said, welcome home, right? We have been waiting for you to get here. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. You are now a member of the greatest community in the world. Don't be a stranger. All right, let's keep it going. We have 5 artists left this evening. Actually, Mrs. Good Luck Round was saying that she was dealing with some weather issues, so she was not able to maintain her connection. If she jumps back in, we will make sure we make space for her. So, coming up next, we have heard this gentleman's commentary all evening. I am so thankful and blessed to have this gentleman in the room every Thursday. He does not miss Thursdays, man, and I'm so thankful for you, Jedi Master, for your dedication to what we do for this space, for the cafe, to the founders. You're just a pillar of this community. I can't thank you enough. This cat's all kinds of incredible folks. The only author, the contributor to the original Allowed anthology from the New Eureka Poets Cafe. Our resident Gilgamesh in the building. The one and only Paul Skiff is here. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
Oh, thanks, Elementals. It's always, It's always to be here. So try to do just two short things. I don't think they're really on theme. The first one is Brain Snatcher. In the cartoon, there's the little Porky Pig devil on one shoulder and the little Porky Pig angel on the other shoulder. Both argue at once into Porky's same head. It causes Porky confusion. A glance at your own shoulders finds nothing, but you can feel in your own body two sides pulling apart. You try to pretend the rending feeling is not there inside you, but Porky has you now. Every day there are ideas that get into you like a fly steals your room, and there is not anything you can buy online that will repel the unseen predatory hand of the animator. Some truths will trick you, are a reality that is dumb. To ununderstand this is impossible. Now you are different than before. The laughter of certain realities can be a horror. Your entire consciousness would be different if only you had not clicked on the media file where Porky was having his own existential crisis. But now your view of life is transformed without permission or consent from you. You have to hope and trust in blind luck that Porky received moral training and will also display to you some virtue for making choices you can mimic, even if it means you end up acting like a pig. And the next poem is, okay, I'll take a moment to say so. I feel able to speak for many people when saying, yes, I could subordinate to forms of thought and behavior that make you comfortable. I could be well adjusted. I could dampen and delimit my spirit so to be respectable. I could compete for praise, to have you proclaim me a success. I could decelerate, detour, get stuck, and I even could have paid others for the privilege of submitting to their judgments. Though mostly what an ordinary life has to teach me is how to crave acceptance. It was, at one time, perhaps, a choice I could make to be domesticated. But it was never possible that I deprioritize my autonomy, pretend to seek approval, or be chained to values of a peer group and superiors who serve themselves. I have freedoms to be.
Gosh, unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul. Skip.
Paul Skiff.
Beautiful.
Amazing,
All right.
Paul.
Yeah,
That was
Paul.
amazing.
Yeah, Paul. That was great.
Deep and meaningful as
Fantastic.
usual.
I like the
And
way you ended that.
I have freedoms to be.
Yes. Yes. So, you always give this, beautiful insight to your colleagues' artistry. But I have to commend you on taking a Looney Tune and turning it into this perspective of a poem that not only speaks to the animator, but it speaks to the reanimator, which would be you. Which would mean that the resident Gilgamesh has mastered necromancy in so many ways. You have this beautiful dichotomy of this pig. And then he goes to understand this is impossible, even if you end up acting like a pig. Sir, you're amazing at what you do. And you've been doing it for a while, and you still do it at a very high level. You continue to inspire your colleagues. You continue to breathe fire to this inferno night in this community, and I really, really can't thank you enough for doing just that. I appreciate you, truly. All right, Mrs. Good Luck Round found her way back in the building, so we are gonna go to her. This incredible artist, educator, just a woman that just does so much for her family, for our community, for poetry. Whether she's on the plaid path, whether she is singing to us in Spanish, or she's reading from one of her incredible books, she's just kind of amazing and happens to be dope at writing poetry. The one and only Elizabeth Horn is in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you. I've had power, like my power keeps going on and off. And I had all but given up. And then it came back on and I got back in. I was like, Paul's reading. Okay, it's not over. So I think I'll just read this one and hopefully my power will hold. It's called Every Single Night. Every single night. My brain is a place of deep concern to me. My brain is a place of butterflies and octopi. You haven't seen a place such as this, and I am so happy for you. You tell me to smile and chalk it all up to my negative attitude. That when I text you to say I feel sick, that I am afraid of the coat hanger snagging the uterus and bleeding me out, of random murder, of sexual demons, of all the roadkill. You say, I think too much. You say maybe we shouldn't be friends because when I am so negative, it's upsetting to you. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry I cannot fix my slippery gray silk patina, the smile slime of a Barbie doll on acid, the cool way I snort up the powder of suicide, the way I drink myself to oblivion, decimate my skeleton on the cliff of hopelessness. I fall short. When it comes to being in the world like a good girl, I am terrible at it because I am hurting in my brain. And then you say, I am a lot to handle and you need some time, space away from me. I'm sorry for this. I don't think I can be normal for you. It's agony to feel the driveway gravel puncturing my knees as I wait for things to get better. As I beg God to turn me around, let him spank me raw, or kiss the toes of his son, you know I would. Go outside and let the cold burn me, as if it could pasteurize the fetid illness, freeze the chlamydia, the rot, the yellowed liver, brain disease. I imagine you chewing on my sinews, a rabid squirrel, hoarding all the acorns, clogging my limbic system, gnawing the naughty synapse gleaned, all just to make me behave better. I don't think you have the energy. I want to be the chickadee who freezes to death on the shimmering pine branch, falls from her perch without ever knowing of death, without ever feeling a goddamn thing. and I am so sorry for this.
That's just dangerous. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elizabeth Horrid.
That's the
Thank
way to end
goodness
on
for
time right
power.
there.
Got your
Powerful
power
shit.
back.
Powerful shit.
Man,
Really
for real.
excellent.
Take it away, Paul.
Speak for us, our union rep.
Such great imagery
Well,
in that piece. I really, really appreciated it.
yeah, I guess it's here. There's one visceral line after the other. I was totally captured. I swear I'm going to make a T-shirt that says, "I don't think I can be normal for you," and just tell
Yeah,
people, "Fair warning."
Yeah,
yeah.
it's this, it's just that, you know.
Yeah, I in my head, it's like, oh, I want to hear Elizabeth and Sam trade lines, in a collab piece. You wouldn't be able, be hard to tell who was who in that.
Wow. All right. Well, Sam, it sounds like a challenge for us.
Yeah,
Hey,
and thank the power company, please, for getting you back on
You
here for
know,
us.
I barely got back.
but you did. That's what matters.
I got here and I got to read it.
That's just enough time, right? So, which means that you may not have any more power for the rest of the evening because you probably just zapped it all right there, right? But they gave you they charged up just enough to let you get down, um, and that's just one of those poems. Um, it's like the bitter and the sweet, right? The smack and the kiss in the poem like that. A place of butterflies and octopi, right? She mentioned the coat hanger and a random murder. Like, I love how you throw quick little gut punches. Like you throw the illegal kidney punch, um, just to buckle your audience, and it's effective. You say I think too much. Sorry, kind of the trait of what we do. Uh, the smile slime of a Barbie doll on acid. Yeah, come on. I don't think I can be normal for you. Like the Jedi Master said, like graffiti that on my wall. It's just one of those lines. Um, Go outside, let the cold burn me. Just the way that you create imagery, your delivery speaks very well for the way that you write your poems. Um, as the Jedi Master said, you and Sam Hardy would write some incredible poems. For those of you who may not have been a part of or witnessed Elizabeth and Lantern Carriers collab poems, those are absolutely amazing as well. And listen, I implore all of you, get together, write collab poems, right? They are an incredible way of connecting with other artists. There's incredible ways of, you know, telling stories and blending styles. It's an amazing exercise, truly. Thank you, Elizabeth, for doing what you do and hanging out with us and doing an incredible job at it. All right, we have 3 artists left this evening. Coming up first, captain of the street team on deck. Hit me up, was like, yo, I got some new shit. I wrote some new shit. This award-winning poet, president of his poet chapter, all the way in Racine, Wisconsin. Listen, see what I'm saying? I love that you got that on deck, homie. For real. Got his signature, smile on, locked in. The one and only I Inspiration is in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, homie. Please take it away.
I've been posting it all night, in the chat, so you should be able to find me. I'm gonna get right to it. I'll be creating a vibe, organizing the future so I don't have to commit crimes. hiccups, jump roping for heart like an extracurricular activity of an epileptic mind, body, and soul, out of control, hosting the moment while seizing the moment of a soul shakedown party, interrupted by me seizing too many moments in a continuous line, up, down, flat line. Bring me back one time. Bring me back 2 times. Bring me back 3 times. I'm a curator of timelines, pen to the pad. I'm an administrator to the exhibits of my mind, a conservator to the attempts of my life. I'm a guardian to the seed of my life. I divorced the wife. I almost married a second, though I couldn't make her happy, so because I couldn't make her my life. Though the sex resurrected life. So we kept the XX till the next X. It is more safer than you really think. I mean, really, just think of dating like you're working towards pulling an angel out of a cesspool. It's not cool. Come on, dude. I'm just using the tools of my life, curating vibes while hosting my life in present time, while presenting rhymes of messages from my life. Experiences of wordsmith so nice. You would think my name was Todd Smith. I heard some ladies love cool J's, though I'm not able to afford new J's. You can catch me at the outlets, though, shopping for Vans or Converse. Then maybe we can converse about me and you. You know, me being your man, you standing next to me, holding my hand. I'm just saying, while my other hand will be forever holding the mic, you bet I am a poet for life. I will have you skipping towns every first and third Wednesday of the month to my city of Racine in the WI 835 Washington Avenue. See you at the Blue. Just a note to myself. The clues of her likes will appear with eye-to-eye conversation from the day and the night. That's why even a poet has to dedicate themselves to a date night. Because sometimes the conversation can be just so right, it will turn into daylight. I'm my inspiration, motivation, determination. I am my inspiration. I got 20 seconds. I'm going to stick to the script. For the storyline, my dad was a Vietnam veteran Marine. He told me a crazy story one time about hanging a 101st Airborne guy out of a third-story window in Virginia during their leave and kind of letting them go, but he never dropped them. Just playing with them. Didn't want to hear the bragging. Crazy story.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for our inspiration.
I am poetry. I am a lyricist. Mic drop. I love it.
Thank you, April.
Yeah, Craig, really into your delivery. And this is just my opinion. I've made this known to you before. I just really feel your poems are open up more and get really accessible when you moderate your voice and you use all these different tones and you're using these tones specifically for certain phrases, and it really makes sense what you're doing that way. And I think it kind of it warms up your poem. That when something has the same texture, it becomes smooth and cold. When something has a texture that's various, it becomes more tactile and warm. So I'm just using that analogy. And I just feel that, the way you delivered this poem was so successful because of the way you were moderating your tone, and you're very mindful of the tone you're using for each phrase. And just overall, at least the first part of the poem, it's really one of those poems about talking about how we endeavor to survive our own selves. And that's something I think everybody here relates to very strongly.
I appreciate that, Paul, because I was really feeling a little insecure about the end of it. I thought I needed to kind of tighten up the flow and the delivery at the end, because I was playing with a lot of different wordplay, when I got to the point where it said XX to the next X, kind of.
Yeah, I like that too. I was going to remark on that too. The wordplay is something, again, it's another element that just really adds a lot of sonic interest to a poem. People here should hear Causey Cause do a poem in his really idiosyncratic style, because the sound element to what he does is just, wipes your brain clean.
Yeah, I've heard him a few times.
For sure. Shout out Kazi Kaz, right? I had to rap with that cat, man. Shout out Kazi Kaz. He's absolutely right. Our inspiration. With you and I have talked about adding texture to your poems, right? And now that you have your flow locked in, now that you have this, you've added this conversation element with your audience, right? You're now, it's almost like an athlete, right? They're like, wow, how is this athlete able to do this? Because the game slows down for them, right? I know you've heard that before, right? The game slows down for them. This is how you're approaching your poetry now, right? You don't feel the need to be, I got to get this all out. You're just like, yo, you need to hear this, right? And when you approach the microphone that way, you allow your audience to take the journey with you, right? You're not forcing them or hurrying them up to listen to you. You're giving them the time to listen and the space to feel the artistry that you took the painstaking time to put into it. But then you also add the emotion that's necessary for not only your audience to hear you, but to feel you along the journey. That's just work, man. That's work, man. For real. I appreciate you putting in the time, right? He mentioned Todd Smith, y'all. Because, ladies love Cool James. Like, yo. So, again, we've been on these hot one-liners all evening, right? With the line that I know you're creating in the shirts. That's, you just created your own right there in that poem. I am a poet for life. That's money, sir. That's money. And then, of course, like you said, 835 Washington Ave. Like, yo, that's just, you know what I mean? Just putting in that work, man. Let the folks really, really know what it is, man. Thank you for putting in that work. The new work is hot, man. Take it to the stage. The people are going to feel it. Appreciate you, man. All right, 2 more artists. And we are going to get up out of here. Coming up next, Brooklyn Stand Up. This incredible artist comes through. It's kind of weird, but it's great to see you without the jump. I hope that just means that you're healing. I hope that it means that you're feeling better, and you're getting ready to just start causing much more of a ruckus than you've already started. We look forward to all the incredible work that you're putting in. The one and only April Gonzalez in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
It's in the chat, auntie_April on IG. The first poem is Poison Ivy. He faked a snore, pretended sleep. I played dead, afraid to weep. His hands slid low where none should go. I froze in place, too young to know. I stiffened up, then rolled away. His touch, the price I had to pay. The first time that he crossed that line, yet even then I knew the sign. Unlike the others, I said no. I didn't smile, I didn't go. Along with games that felt like harm, I pulled away and escaped his arm. I told my Titi Evie, hoped she'd fight, but all she said was, not tonight. She called it just an accident. I didn't know what her silence meant. Don't tell grandma she won't survive. So silence kept the shame alive. A good girl learns to hold her breath, to bear the guilt, to flirt with death. My laughter gone as I obeyed. I learned to run and hide away. Blanket eyes, I moved like mist, a little girl who ceased to exist. Years later, returned to the scene of the crime. His room stood frozen like me in time. The action figures, movies, toy weapons, all bait. Things kids lower their guard around, not knowing what waits. To get through those days, I drank heavy and smoked marijuana. Unfazed was the news of his 1-year sentence after molesting my cousin Myra. I wonder what my Aunt Lily would have done had I told her instead of Evie. Could we have stopped what came to be, saved Myra, blank, my sister Dee Dee? When we spoke of how she knew, she said it happened to me too. But no remorse, no tear, no plea. Just broken words, no apology. I don't know now who hurt me more, Tio Papo, that knocked down childhood's door, or Titi Evie, who turned away and left me in the dark to stay. Monsters don't actually hide under the bed. They're usually invited in. Desensitized. Fox News with theories of replacement, white fears perpetrate. COVID-19 lockdown, mental illness exasperate. The character of our country has returned to hate. Love thy neighbor, compassion and empathy dead to the United States. New York City, once a melting pot, now separates. White privilege, entitlement, emboldened right out the gate. When we are stripped of our humanity, we'll never be great. Some will say these matters don't relate. One rider gets hit, dragged along railing on interstate. One white man couldn't wait. He must have had a really important date. Can't be late, can't be late. Second, cut off a rider, a mirror he breaks. Easily replaceable, unlike the life the Jewish man decided to take. As both murderers in jail marinate, I often wonder of their horrendous actions do them contemplate. When one values property over life, karma waits. Gaza skyline, a Palestinian genocide so the dead can't debate. Since when did Hitler become the person leaders want to imitate? The oppressed spun 180, now the oppressor, proof of failure to educate. Road rage and frustrate was not meant to be these two riders' fate. This becomes the temperature when the violence and dehumanization is what a president instigates, and the Fourth Reich in America he attempts to create. We the people need to rise up before it's too late. It's too late. I just want to say these two stories, well, one in memory of William Bills McField and Eves Alex Bias. Thank you.
Damn. Unmute yourself. Give it up for April.
Excellent.
Wow.
Great job getting through that. I felt you getting emotional. Thanks for keeping going with that.
Was so meaningful, both of those. Particularly your first one, I'm just constantly reminded of Epstein and all the women who are talking and hurt and no one is listening. And it just has happened. I just had no idea how prevalent it is and how often women are not listened to. And what they're trying to do today is more of that and worse. So just to be able to express that is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, here. Wow. That's why they call this Inferno Night. You just torched this place. Do you realize that first poem? Something was just struck at me immediately. This is so familiar, but the thing that was so familiar was this very, I don't know what to call it. So it's a very visceral reaction I had because you were using the same rhythm and rhyme scheme as this prayer they teach little kids to say, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And for some reason, I just had such an intense connection with that poem right away. That took me right into that poem. And that, you had so many killer lines. And I do want to say, for me, listening, I feel it's good to hear this simmering emotion just beneath the surface of your delivery. To me, that's a kind of music of the soul, and that makes what you're saying have a kind of real moral authority, a kind of emotional reality and authority that I really appreciate. And it does it's not a easy feat to pull off delivering stuff when it's really got you by the heart.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, it's hard, but
This is exactly
Great
why I
job, though.
say in the closing poem, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. And that's exactly what that poem speaks to, right? It takes a lot of strength, and I applaud you. I commend you for being strong enough to read that poem. Beyond reading it, for even writing that poem. It's not easy to air a family's dirty laundry. It's not. Right? And then to name names. Right? To name names on that ass. Like, yo. Right? But then you say, hey, I could have saved somebody. Right? And that's the real strength. Is recognizing, yeah, it happened to you. And there's no excuse for it. But you did it to somebody else. Like I ought to drag your ass down every third rail from Brooklyn to fucking Coney Island. Just saying. Just saying. But thank you. Thank you for being strong enough and fearless enough to rip that poem. Really. In the second poem, that line, and your colleagues jumped on it too. Since when did Hitler become the leader who leaders want to imitate? What? What? Just saying. Just saying. Like, every right is out of step. So, thank you. Like, this is why we're here. It's for poems like that. Both of them. Thank you for doing what you do. Truly. All right, last poet of the evening. For those who may want to hang out, we're gonna jump into the cipher this evening. All right, so closing us out this evening. This artist came through, comes through. Thank you for hanging out with us all night. She's gonna come through and put in some work, right? Because this is what she does, and she happens to be closing us out this evening. But hey, we're here for that work. The one and only Mason Bailey is in the building. Come on, Mason. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey, thank you. I'm grateful for this space. And shout out to everybody's poems that were shared tonight. I thought they were amazing. Everyone had their own flavor and style, and the self-expression was dope. So I have two that I want to share. The first one is called, let me go to it. It's called Ivory Oceans. This poem was created when I was living in Utah, um, transitioning from Virginia at the time in a predominantly uh, a lot of all white spaces. So it was new. I was constantly the spectacle, even when I was trying to be positive in new spaces, and there were a lot of things that I noticed. So processing that through this poem. Closeness to the rhythm, closing my eyes so I can see the cadence, the balance of the earth, reevaluating my worth, appraisals of market value based on verbiage of the references, cum laude on the scripts, lied and said they checked it, annual anniversaries entering into crowded rooms singing good morning to listen to the wind come through the air vents. No, they don't have to say shit. Just be lucky that you're invited to sit at the table, sharing random stories about a cat named Mittens, and they look at me with twisted eyebrows and ask why the corners of my mouth do not initiate a smile. I don't pay my fare to be here through boisterous laughs, minstrel diction, and watermelon flavored depictions of my weekend. I dance when I hear music and I laugh when something is funny and nothing. has occurred except agitation and your expectation for me to entertain for every meeting, every seminar, every training, every interaction. So assuming can make the masses smell like asses if you don't cleanse with curiosity. Lack of reciprocity when I approach with credibility, but you're wondering if I can sing, if I can cook, if I can talk that coonery slang shit that you like, almost got lost in it. And I'm not in that small pond anymore. I'm not in that small space of water among the other bottom feeders just trying to graduate. No, I'm in the ivory waters that sway hearts, choices, growth, empathy, and when searching for ivory, it leads to soil of people that plant their lives within it, deep in melanin. They breathe in the cadence of nature, synonymous with resilience, but Western traditions give an alternative depiction that endorse my demise. No connection, no direction, not even amongst my own kin, because they crave the love and respect and acceptance that depicts white from what is replaced with synthetic roots of pale tartan as your arteries harden from the salt you ingest. The difference is our salt preserves us in a place that attempts to colonize minds and snaps me at the ankles. And yes, I initially want to break from. No matter how many academic dispositions I possess, no matter how many scholarly credentials I pursue, no matter why I choose to dismiss its significance in my own skin, no matter how many ivory statues I idolize and the quantities of Western culture memorized, lungs will collapse when you stroke in the ivory oceans. I say I move through the water. I say I need more than flotation. I say I cut through the wave to sever the ivory white metal chain intended to take me to the bottom of the Bermuda. I say I find the soil of mineral resource, self preservation of I.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's that damn work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Mason Bailey.
Thank you.
That's the way you close out. Good job.
Yeah, I'm
Excellent job.
just, yeah, this really keenly experienced and observed and related experience that I think for myself, one of the harshest experiences is when you're in a situation, a context where you have to struggle just to get recognized as being a valid person before, people will even pay attention to what you have to offer. Bonnie, some of these poems earlier were talking about that, being dismissed and ignored when you're trying to make people aware of something. And I always feel really a physical repulsion in those situations, like I'm being choked or strangled, that kind of oppression that people, they may be uh, sort of doing it subconsciously, but it's hard for me to figure out that's true because they're just doing it so out in the open. And I think for me, your poem was just so keenly observed with that. And what this place is for is, coming here to stand up and speak out and set things right and put it on the correct course. So it's just kind of you're just kind of the essence of what the New Yorican Poets Cafe is about.
Yeah, I agree with Paul. I was really struck by listening to your description in Utah of the meeting. And, you didn't use any words that were cliche words that everyone uses, but all of your words pointed to the same feeling. It was very palpable. You could really understand everything that you were going through. Nice.
I particularly loved how you showed the transition from one space to another, right? You mentioned coming from Virginia, right? And the DMV is very chocolate city. And moving down into an ivory ocean, like a very clever title. Um, you don't speak the coonery that they're expecting. Like, just be lucky we're invited to sit at the table. The coonery slang, right? They endorse my demise. Like, until you've been in a situation like that where you are one, in a sea, it's hard really to really grasp what that's like. Um, and then the expectations that come along with it. But again, like I was telling April, it's about regaining your power, right? For those folks who like to think that they zapped it all, that they stole it from you, it's poems like that say, no, you may have thought you took something from me, but this is mine, right? These words, this heart, these feelings, these are mine. You cannot have them, right? Lots of other crap belongs to you, but this does not. It's very powerful. All of you have just been so damn amazing this evening. Again, I just never know what's going to happen with these themes. I really, really never know. And all of you incredibly freaking talented geniuses never cease to amaze. Never. Never. It really, really has been an amazing night. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for bringing all of your beautiful genius. Thank you for the new shit that came out this evening. You continue to show the world the power of poetry and show each other the power of community. I cannot thank you enough for that. Shout out Mercedes in the building, Ike Waltz, Bonnie Soloway, Dane Ince, Ray Whitaker, April Gonzalez, Sage Bloom in the building, Ian Sadler, Yun, great to see you, Dominic Valdez in the building, Samantha Lopez, and Mason Bailey. Of course, the Jedi Master. Alan, been a pleasure, sir. Shout out Mathematics. Shout out Tabs. I saw Tabs was on the view list. Who else? Bill Elkins, Nashawn the Don, all the students who came through. Thank you so much for rocking with us. It's been an incredible evening. Make sure you plug in with all things New Eureka Poets Cafe. Get yourself some merch. Representing your side of the world. I saw Bonnie Soloway rocking the red. It's incredible. Really, really dope. Really dope. Shout out the executive director for sending me this incredible piece of work. Amazing. Make sure you continue to feed yourself poetry. Check out Breakbeat Poets. Check out the Storm Goddess Thunderlung Ray James book. There's so many things, folks. So many things. Stay tuned. Hang out if you want to jump into the cipher. We're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week.